Hello everyone, this is Vicky, StitchNButton. Welcome to my channel. Today is Wednesday, July 29th, and this would be my 61st video. Well, proper Flosstube video. I have a couple of those coffee breaks going on now. I have some stuff to show you. I don't think it's as much as last week, but that's okay. I've got a finish. I've got an almost finish. I've got a little bit of progress and some purchases because I have a condition. We into. So, let's see. First, I think I need to correct myself. In my video a couple weeks ago, I said that Santa and those reindeer were doing a conga line. And I've been called out and said I'm losing my filly because they're definitely doing the mummer strut. I stand corrected. Yes, why yes, they are doing the mummer strut. I mean, they're in costume, right? Anyway, it just needs more feathers. Just more feathers and sequins, that's it. Let me see, I'm gonna start, I put this on the bottom by accident. I have a finish. I went and, as you know, I changed my plans to do Christmas in July. It went pretty well up until about last week. Not bad, not bad. I did a few weeks of it. But I did get some progress and a finish out of it. So what I did finish was the Christmas Eve ride. And that is from Needle Bling Designs, Teresa Curry. I finished. My stitching is on a piece of fabric from this place called Fabric for You. It's the word fabric, the number 4, and the letter U. I found it on eBay a few years ago, so I don't even know if they still have it. I changed out most of the colors. I used a lot of Victoria Motto and a Classic Colorworks and a Gentle Arts. So I pretty much just pulled out what I thought was going to look good and made it so. I'm glad I got the finish. I don't know how I want to actually finish it. I know it could be a pillow. I don't think I wanted a pillow though. I might make it a flat wall hanging because I don't think there's going to be a frame that's going to pretty much fit this. Okay. Yeah, I got a hair. Shedding. I'm shedding. So, one finish. It's a good thing. I then also started. I don't think I started this before. So, I think this is a new start. And it is called Too Tight. This is from Sue Hillis. She popped his head off. The scarf's a little tight. Anybody get in the mood to do something like that and don't have that surprised face, but more of a mean grin? I would. Anyway, this is called Too Tight. Oh, Too Tight from Sue Hillis. And I got this far, that's pretty decent. That's a lot of white stitches there. So I think if I remember correctly, I finished all the white for her. And the white that's underneath, there's a little bit more here that goes into starting him. So I had finished all the white, and then I put it down. I think this is some of that permanent linen, that plasticky stand up on your own linen, but it's looking cute. Again, with this one, I don't think I'm using... I know I'm not using the called for colors for the blues and the pinks. I'm using a variegated instead of changing the color so often. I think it'll work. I'm still debating on whether I want to do the snowflakes. We'll see what I feel like. But I'm glad I got at least that much done. I thought that was a pretty decent accomplishment. And I don't know when I'll pick it up again. Next. I was supposed to stay with the Christmas in July, but then it was Laurel's birthday, so she she was doing, I forget what she had started for her birthday start, but that meant that although I didn't want to stitch what she was stitching, it had something to do with female authors or Jane Austen or something like that. So I pulled out, for her birthday, I pulled out the bookshelf from Little House. I had started this last year, I think, for a challenge. And I only spent that one night on Laurel's birthday. I only spent that one night on it. So what I ended up doing was finishing up this book here. Well, the brown, it's a dark brown, really dark brown. And putting in Austen, comma, and B. That's all I ended up getting done for that night. But it was a little bit, and we were on Zoom when I did it, chit-chatting. The other stuff had already been done. And I almost started working on it again. I was like, no, Christmas, Christmas. And I think that's when I ended up getting my finish in because of it. All right. Now, the other thing I decided, because, you know, plans change. What can I say? I've decided since, actually, today, the 29th, is leaping to a new start on Virtual Stitchers. And we had decided, a bunch of us decided to start that hashtag Happy Hooker Sale. So I will be starting the Baker's Wife, which I did not pull out. But I will be starting the Baker's Wife from Mirabilia. And that is my happy hooker because she looks like one. And I will start her later on tonight. She's right behind me. I just have to put her on a key snap. But since I was going to do that, I decided, you know what? If I want to do that, I really need to finish this other Mirabilia, don't I? So, I took her out. I took her out and I worked on her. I worked and worked and worked on her, and I made up new curse words. But I finished the Krynic on the wings. And then I finished all the full stitches, all the back stitching. And I finally started the beads. I've only started here. There's a cluster that goes up here, and now I'm on this second cluster. I started to go up here, and then they go around. But here she is. I am finally going to get her done. I plan on doing the new start, and then maybe this will be a screen capture. What do you think? I plan on doing the new start, but then coming back to her to get some beading done. I have her on a Q-snap that I sort of rigged together. It's got some extenders in there. So it ends up being approximately 17 by 15. My shoulder really hurts. I've got a problem with it. I don't know if it is bursitis or rotator cuff. It's been hurting for months, like over 6 months. But, which means that I can't reach around there too often or too long for long periods of time. It hurts my shoulder. No reach arounds. So, I'm only working on her in bits and spurts, getting some beads in until I can't stand it anymore. And then I move on to doing something else, which is fine, it'll be fine. But I'm really happy with her. I'm glad I got all that done. I also almost had a mishap with her when a friend came over and her son and she brought her son and daughter over, and they're like in 3rd and 1st grade. And they snuck into my craft room, and when I walked in, because I knew where they were, I came in and he was holding her midi and said she fell and was trying to put her back onto the stand, which she was never on the stand. She was laying on the table. And the way he was doing it, he was getting ready to poke a hole in the fabric, and I would have had to hurt something a lot. I would have lost it. So, needless to say, his mom had decided it was time to leave. She's like, yep, time to go. I was like, because she's done cross stitch and she knows how much work I put into this, and she's like, yep, You guys have worn out your welcome here today, so it's fine. It's fine. I had to go have a sit down, and then oh, the dog. He was chewing on a ball, and he must have irritated his lip on this side, and he shook his head last night, and I looked, and there was blood on the side of the table, and Mitty was sitting right here, because I had stitched on her some, and put her down, and I looked, the first thing I did, yes, he's bleeding, I looked to see if it was on her, it wasn't, but it was fine, it was fine, I just wiped it down with paper towel, and then I got some peroxide, and he just rubbed it, and I don't know why it bled like that, because it wasn't cut, it was just rubbed. It hasn't bled since then, and I don't see any more evidence of blood, so we're good. And we got rid of the ball, because he had bit it open. It was one of those big tennis balls, so he's fine. And, what else? I'm trying to think. I did write notes. Oh. On the 3rd of August, I'm going to start Garden Prelude. She's all kitted up. I think I mentioned command hooks before and how I was hanging my Q-snaps on them. Well, those bags that I bought from Amazon have the zipper pulls on there, the little tabbies. And they were on the floor and they kept on sliding, even though I had them standing up, but they're plastic. So that hook happened to be empty because I'm using a Q-snap elsewhere. And I just started piling up on there, and it's working out very well because now they're not sliding all over, they're all in one place, and I just have to go around and grab. So happy hookers back there. So is Garden Prelude, and those are the next two that I'll be starting. I also have another couple of starts coming up. Ella, a lady named Ella, she's on the 23rd. And then some in September. But I definitely want to get Mitty done. I want to get her done. Out of the way. And then I'll look, because I think I have a couple more that I could probably push to get finished also. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel, because we know every time I make plans, it totally goes out the window. I have some purchases. I went on a fabric kick, apparently. That's what I'm looking at. Fortnight Fabrics. Derek and Christian had started Fortnight Fabrics, and they have a permanent line now besides just the one-offs. And I showed you a piece that I gotten before the moccasin, and then Garrett made me do it when he showed me their desert series. So I ended up going on there and buying 2 more pieces. This one's called Eccentric Sky. I really think this will be good for a mermaid. Looks really good. I think that's about, yep, true color. This is 32 count even weave. And then I also bought Navajo Treasure, because not just one, right? Navajo Treasure is has more of an aqua in it, or turquoisey in it. So that could also be a mermaid. I mean, I have some mermaid charts coming in, so that could work. And then I'll have to put the link down here for them, and then this new one. There's a new Etsy shop, or looks like that shop's been there, but she's starting to sell off of it. Becky Nolan from Lucy Beam Love and Stitches, her daughter has started dyeing fabric, and Becky had put a notification up on her Facebook. She announced it and had a link, so of course I had to go look, and then I had to buy something. This is called LapinLoops. That's the name of the Etsy shop, and I'll put the link in the description below. But she had a couple, and she didn't have a lot. I mean, she just started, so, and I'm sure she'll put out more. Plus, it's so hard for everybody to get linen anymore. Everybody's waiting for it, so. But she's getting there, and I think she's done pretty well for her first time out. This one's called Pusher's Cerulean. It's 32 count Belfast linen. Another one that'll be great for a mermaid. And I just got this in the other day. And then, of course, I had to buy 2 different ones. This one is called an Oopsie Daisy. And it's a yellow. And I think that's why it's Daisy. But she has a couple of little blue spots on there. And so it was at a discount because of the little blue spots. Honestly, the only blue spots are what you see right there. That's it. It's a couple of little dots right there. Is that 3? Because there's nothing on this side. Oh, wait. There's a minuscule dot on this side, which would probably end up being in a margin somewhere. So, it was well worth it. Love the color. Love the color. And I don't have a lot of yellows, so that's a good thing. Then, I'm pretty sure I said that I'm going to start that Goddess of the North. And when I checked with a friend of mine, I think her name is pronounced Skazi. Like the D sounds like a Z. So it's Skadi, but it's pronounced Skazi. I could be wrong still, but that's from my understanding. And it's Goddess of the North. It's from Charting Creations. We are starting that September 9th. We're starting it. We finally made it a date. This is on Virtual Stitchers again. So it's a Charting Creations sale. If you have a Charting Creations chart and you're in the Virtual Stitchers group, feel free to join us. I know Charting Creations has a Facebook group that you can join, and they have freebies. So if you didn't want to buy a chart or you weren't sure, you can take a look at the freebies that they have, because maybe there's one there that you'd like to stitch. Well, that being said, I didn't have the fabric for it, although I did pull all the threads, and I went and bought the Easy Grid, 25 count Easy Grid. It's a whole yard. I bought it from Stitchery Express on Facebook, which is Cindy Sorley's group. And I know she's got more in. She said if she doesn't have it in, she has it constantly coming in for those that order it. So I have a whole yard, which is way more than enough than what I need, but that's fine because I'm sure I have other full coverages that need to be kitted, right? One more thing that I got. I was on Stash Unloading, and somebody was destashing, and I got some great buys for the prices that they were. I couldn't believe it. So I bought this one. It's Heart of Americana. It's by Marsha's Fancy, distributed by Featherstone Creations. And it's this. I thought it was cute. It even came with the charms. So I got that. And then this is Fancy That Old Glory. That's cute. This is an older one. It came with the fabric. Again, with the price that I paid, it was well worth it. This one's called Bang and a Box. I got jokes. Just stop. Anyway, so this is from Knotted Tree. It came with the buttons. I thought that was kind of cute. Don't look. What was it? Oh, it has Week Style Works and Gentle Arts. That's what I was going to show. But, next, Erica Michaels, Red, White, and Blue. This one comes with both of these charted, but the fabric that came with it is for this pillow. That is, apparently there's a couple of buttons on there. It says on the back, looks like a heart and a star for the pillow, and then some kind of star for the USA. It looks like one of those ceramic ones. And then let me open this up. It came in this, which was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure it was like one of those boxers. Or one that came in a pouch. It's called Land of Liberty. And it came with all the threads and the fabric. It is, let me see something. It's a bent creek. Yeah, it must have been one of their boxers or one of their zipper pouch things. And it was put into here and all kitted out, which is pretty cool. What else? I had gotten one more thing in the mail. This was some Stitchy kindness from my friend Dawn. She said she saw and thought of me because it came with a card. She ordered it from somebody else and had it sent to me. Look at this bag. Got to think about my friends that are sitting there with like a chicken with head cut off. Polka dot, it's pretty nice size. And I think I could probably fit a small in there. That would be cool. Love that. Thank you, Dawn. Definitely made me giggle when I saw the chickens. Let me see. What else do I have? Oh, they finally came in. 2 months ago, I ordered house needle minders. People were looking for them because of the stitch along. I did warn them it might take a while to get in because of the COVID thing. But I finally got these in. It's not lupus. And just house stand in there. Both of those are available on my Instagram account and my Facebook page right now. Along with some other stuff. I made thread keepers and threaders, beaded threaders. What else did I have? And I have some other new needle minders that I can't remember what it is right now. But that's about it. I know this one's a small... Oh my god. Amy, don't be mad. That's all I got. I can't sit here and just drink coffee and babble for longer than this, okay? So I hope everybody is hanging in there, and don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine. See you in a couple weeks. Where'd it go?